forget. You'll promise. Participate. Be respectful. Thank you for being on time. Stay muted. What? Include your full name in the chat. Stay seated and eyes on me. Those are our Zoom call expectations. That's what I expect from you. Thank you. All right. Now, happy birthday again to Emiya and Ariana. Hopefully they'll come and join us. Weekly Spotlight. Oh, we have four new names up here for this week. I started grading papers. I started looking over our names for these 3 shout outs. And let me say, I have London for our awesome Zoom promise keeper. That's right. She is awesome. She raises her hand and waits. And then she doesn't write all over my board. Okay, so make sure you don't do that. And being very respectful to others. Thank you for that wonderful Zoom promise keep. Now for Jamarian, we have amazingly detailed responses. Okay, so once again, mostly I'm reading these science, and I am seeing a lot of great vocabulary words, a lot of details, a lot of explanations, not just one or 2 words, but explaining yourself. Helps me understand your thinking. And Benito and Olmo for working hard, always getting their work done in time, and really great job, guys. I love it. Thank you for staying on top of it. So I wonder who it will be next week. We'll see who it is. What are we going to do today, Miss Cruz? Today, I will understand that the 2 digits in a 2-digit number actually represent the value of tens and ones. 2 seconds for me. And we can compare. Now we're going to use those tens and ones to compare the value of 2 different numbers. So you know you have it when you can use cute new little symbols. Remember the plus, the minus, and the equal? Well, we're introducing a few new symbols that are universal, and everybody on the planet, I think, knows them. So even if you don't speak their language, you can use our new symbols, and they'll know what you're talking about, to accurately compare numbers using place value. Next steps, we will use this place value knowledge to add and subtract 2-digit numbers. Wonderful. Here's our vocabulary that you should be writing down in your notebook so you can use it all the time and get ready for our DVAs so that you know what words I'm looking for. Here they are. Compare, tens, ones, place value, greater, less than, equal, and symbols. Okay, so those are the words I'm going to be looking for you to use. Practice them. What do we already know? I know stuff, Miss Cruz. What do I know? I know that 10 ones is the same as 110. Okay, everybody kiss your brain. Everybody knows that. Yeah, I know that, Miss Cruz. Silly. What else do we know? We can make groups of 10. Siddharth, do you have a quick question for me?
Have we started the Nearpod yet?
No, I will work on that in about 5 or 7 more minutes. Okay.
And did you know yesterday I won first place in Kahoot?
Awesome. Good for you, love. Thank you. Let me get through my lesson and then we'll talk at the end, okay? All right. Thanks, Siddharth. You rock. Now, what do we already know? We already know that we can make tens. We can group ones together to make tens. 2 tens equals 20. 2 tens are odds. We know that. We know that, Miss Cruz. Why are you going over it? Well, because we want to make sure that you understand what place value is and how we can use it. So how can place value help you compare 2 numbers? Jackson, check this out. I have a T-chart. Who knows what a T-chart is? There it is. Yes, T-chart. Why is your brother looking at me like that? So look at my T-chart. There it is. And I can label it. Where do the baby ones go? Who remembers where our baby ones units goes? Do you find them? Do you see them? Wow. Okay. So we know where the place value is. You know where your tens go. You know where your ones go. All you simply have to do is slice the number down the middle, and you will immediately be able to tell how many tens and how many ones are in a number. Great, Miss Cruz, I know that. But how can I use it to compare? Okay, now you have to put your big elephant ears on. Okay, put them on and listen. It helps when we know how many tens and ones are in a number, because the more tens we have that we can group, the greater the number. That's right. Okay, so let's pretend that Jaden had 20 tens rods and Christina had 25. Who has more 10 rods? The one with the greater number. Christina, is that right, Brooklyn? Give me a thumbs up if you think Christina had more. Yes, the more tens you have, the richer you are, the greater the number. Well, what about ones? What if she had 25 and Jaden had 26? Oh, now we have the same tens. How are we going to do that? Can we use our ones to compare? Yeah, we can. So let's look at this. Now let's pretend that Brooklyn has 35 and Arna has 28. I don't know, pickles. We have 35 for Brooklyn and 28 for Arna. Can you tell who has more simply looking at the tens and ones? Can you? Does Ava Marie know which one has the greater amount? Yes? Can you tell? How about Yeleni? Can you tell which one's greater?
35.
That's right. Brooklyn's number is greater because she has more dun, 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 tens. We have to check to see if one of them has more tens. But wait a minute. Look at this one. Uh-oh. Check this out, Vashvik. Now, let's say Vashvik has 37. And who else? Johnny has 35. Pickles. Wait a minute. Which number is greater? Now, it's great that you can tell. And how do we show it? So let's see who can tell, and let's learn how to show. Okay, hold on tight. Let me find somebody new. Oh, Vashvik. Which number is greater? Can you tell?
37.
37. How do you know it's greater?
Because I saw more ones than
That's
10.
right. Excellent job. Wonderful. Thank you, love. You have more ones, but how do we show it? We can't walk around saying 37 is a greater number than 35. Excuse me, 37 is a greater number than 35. That gets a lot. That's take you forever to explain it. So how can we show it? Dun, 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 dun. An alligator. Yeah. We could use an alligator to show it. This is what's called a symbol, a comparison symbol. Now, when we're first teaching first graders, we like to use cute little pictures like alligators because they're so cute. We don't need to draw an alligator. What we can show is that the alligator is hungry and he's going to always eat the greater number. You know, he turns his back to the puny number. Look at those 35 pickles. He doesn't want that. It's too small. He's going to turn his back. Everybody turn your back. Just turn away and go, I don't like it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Now come back to me and look at me. Ooh, which way would you open up your alligator mouth? Would you open it and gobble up the 37? Go ahead and do that on the screen. Yum, 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 yum. Or would you gobble up the 35? Which way would you go? Jackson, which way are you? Yummy, yummy, yummy. Which way are you eating? Got your alligator mouth, and he's going to go and eat the greater number. That's right. But you know what? We don't want to draw alligator all the time, so let's just draw his mouth. That symbol is universal. Everybody in the whole world knows what this means. If you open up that mouth toward the greater number, you can immediately tell which number is going to be greater and which number you don't want. Turn your back away from 35. All right, quick. We're halfway done, almost getting close to the Nearpod. We can use our hundreds chart to determine which number is greater as well? You can find the numbers in your hundreds chart. Raise your hand and wave them high in the sky if you remember using a hundreds chart. Wave your hands in the sky if you remember. Yes. Well, now you can also compare numbers on a hundreds chart. Thank you, guys. Can you tell which one has more tens? Arna, which one has more tens, 13 or 86?
86.
That's right. Good work. If you slice.
And I also have a question.
Okay, go ahead quickly.
In equations, we do like 4 plus 6 equals 10 and 13 equals 13. So they both look the same sign.
Well, let's get into that. I'll show you that in a minute, okay? Is that something you just read my mind? So let's wait and see what that is, okay? So first, we want to talk about that alligator mouth. So everybody get your alligator up. Ava Marie, where's your gator mouth? And which way are you going to gobble? Are you going to open your mouth to the 13, to the 86? Which one are you going to turn away from? Ew, he's too puny. I don't like that. Why are we turning away from 13? Brooklyn, why don't we want to? Go ahead, Brooklyn.
It's because
I'm sorry, say it one more time. But who's talking when it's not Brooklyn? It's Brooklyn. It's supposed to be Brooklyn. Hold on. Okay, Brooklyn, tell me again. Why are we turned away from 13? He's too what?
It's littler.
That's right. But how is it littler? Explain why you know it's smaller.
Because there's an 8 and a 6, and there's only a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so where are you looking? At the tens or the ones place? Thank you, Brooklyn. Let's go and find somebody who wants to tell me. Almo? Hey, Almo. Hi, Almo. When you look at those two numbers, are you looking at the tens place or the baby ones? Which one is telling you it's greater?
The tens.
How do you know that? Which one has more tens?
86.
That's right. It has more tens. So the first place I look is my tens. And my gator mouth, did you guys do the same gator? You opened up to the bigger, greater number because it has more tens. More tens. Thank you. You can go ahead and mute now. Thank you. All right, let's look at this one. Which number is greater? How do you know? How do we show it? Siddharth, tell me how you know and which one is greater.
35 is greater because you can first compare the tens. The 25 has 2 tens, and the 35 has 3 tens.
That's right. And the ones are the same, right?
And if it was the 35 and 35, you would put an equal sign.
Yes. Oh, you're reading my mind too. Let's go.
And if it's like 35, 36, so the tens are the digits are the same, so you need to look at the ones.
Okay. Thank you, love. You did awesome job explaining. Guys, get your gator mouth. Uh-oh, I went too fast. Too fast, Miss Cruz. Okay, get your gator mouth. Which way is he gonna gobble, 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 gobble? Are you right? Let's see. Did you notice he turned away from the smaller number? Turned his back to it. He doesn't like that puny, puny number. It's lesser. It's much smaller. And the 35 is greater. Nom, 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 nom. Beautiful job. Okay, guys, you won't always see a gator. That's right. You will sometimes see a little circle in between two numbers. And it's going to say, put the symbol in. Put your symbol in to show which one is greater and which one is less. Now, if we put our symbol in, we read this like a sentence, starting from over here and read it across this way. So it actually will read like this. 25 is less than 35. Can you try that with me? Let's unmute and say it together. 25 is less than 35.
It's less than 35. 25 is less than 25.
Awesome. 5, 4,
1,
3. Don't be the last one. 2, 1. Ooh, good work. That's right. You read it like a sentence straight across. You'll notice that this is a less than symbol. Okay, it's turned away from the smaller number. Let's look at this one. We're going to read it a little differently. Okay, Adeline, what do you know about this guy? Which number is greater? How do you know and how do we show it?
Were you talking to me?
Yes, can you tell me which number is greater?
Sure, 61, because the 6 is greater than the 1. I just know. That's easy to tell because the 6 is bigger than the 1s.
Are you looking at the tens or the ones place?
The 10s, and if you look at the 10s, then you know the 6 is bigger than the 1s.
Fantastic. Thank you, love. All right, guys, get your gator mouth ready. Which way are you going to gobble? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Were you right? Yes, gobble up the big one. Turn your back toward the other one. Let's read this together. This sounds a little different. Listen, 61 is greater than 16. So we read this like a sentence. Read it with me. 61, let me hear you. 61 is greater than 16.
Then 16.
Very nice. 61 is greater than 16. You'll notice it doesn't say less. It's not turned away from the first number. And we read it just like a sentence. Thank you, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. So what do we compare first? We discovered our pro tip is to check the tens place first. How easy is that? If you have more tens, it's going to be greater. Yeah. And if they're the same, oh, remember when you guys were reading my mind? If the tens are the same, we can go look at the other place. What was the other place called? Tens or
1.
ones, Johnny, thank you. We're going to go peek at the ones place. Okay, but now, Joshua, what do we do? Please stop typing in the chat. Joshua, what do we do when both numbers are exactly the same? What symbol would we use? Joshua, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. If both the tens are the same and the ones, what symbol should we use?
If they're both the same, what would we use?
Yeah. Do you remember this? Do you remember the symbol that shows that both things are exactly the same?
But how I like to do it is plus it.
Would you add it? Did I ask you to add or just compare? Yeah, you got to listen to the directions. I don't want to add. I want to know which one is different. So could we use our gator mouth or should we use our equal sign? What symbol that everybody knows all over the world shows that both things are exactly the same?
Gator.
Equal? If you said equal, you got it right. Thank you, my love. Guys, it's time for our Nearpod. Get your codes ready. I will type this in the chat. And 67 ADS. 67 ADS. It is in the chat. I'm going to stop sharing, and you will also see it in just a moment when I show you the Nearpod. Oh, where is it? It's don't lose it. Here it is. Okay. 67 ADS. Let's see. We'll get some folks in there. And this is really short because once again, you know that I have small groups. So we should be done within about 10 minutes or so. I have 6 friends in. Ooh, how exciting. This is just to review how we can use place value, tens and ones to compare numbers. And it'll help you practice those new symbols. Greater, nom, 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 nom. Less, meh, and equal. Remember, we're not asking to add or subtract. We just want to know if the numbers are the same or different. Okay, we're just comparing. Okay, my loves, I think I have 8 friends. 12, ooh, 12, let's get started. You can join at any time. And we're gonna start out with our video that reviews place value and how to compare numbers. So I think you'll enjoy this. It's kind of long, so I might stop it closer to the end. Okay, here we go.
Hello, this is Mighty Owl. Imagine you have a book with 34 pages, and you have another book with 26 pages, and you want to know which book has more pages. Well, we need to look at the two numbers and decide which one is bigger and which one is smaller.
Does anybody in their brain automatically slice each number down the middle? I hope so.
And this is called comparing numbers. When we compare numbers, we check to see which one has the bigger amount and which has the smaller amount. And we can use some mighty symbols to help us compare.
Here come the symbols.
These symbols are greater than, less than, and equal to.
Equal.
Do you recognize any of them? Equal to is the same as the equal sign. We use this to show that two amounts are the same.
Hey, I just
For example, 12 is equal to 12. Greater than and less than look like little mouths. You can imagine that they're the mouths of an alligator. And all alligators like to eat, so it always eats the bigger number.
That's right.
And when I say the bigger number, I don't mean the size of the number is bigger. I mean that it's more than the other number. Let's see how that works. Now, an alligator has to choose between eating 18 fish or eating 12 fish. Because 18 is more than 12, it'll choose to eat 18 fish. It'll face the number 18 and open its mouth.
Stop and look at those two numbers. Are the tens different or the ones? Jaden, can you tell?
Um, 18 is bigger and it has more ones.
Exactly. Thank you for telling me that. You're right. The tens were the same. Remember my example? If the tens are the same, go peek over at the ones. And we can tell that this one has more ones. All right, let's skip to
Than or equal to.
an example.
You have 20 oranges
ready.
and 16
Get ready.
bananas.
Get ready.
Which symbol should we put?
Show me your symbol. Is it greater, less, equal? What do you think it is? 20 or 17? If you are saying, oh, look at all these right answers. Oh, you guys are good. If you are saying that 20 was the greater number and the alligator mouth, our symbol is the greater than symbol, he's going to eat or gobble up the first number. Excellent. Woo, you guys are great. Let's move on.
Because 20
Let's
is
check
more
it.
than
Was
16,
your answer
face
right?
the open mouth
Oma,
towards
was your
the
answer
20.
right?
That's the greater than symbol.
Jackson,
Greater
that's-
than is another way to say more than, like 8 is greater than 6. Good choice. Let's get back to the books though. One book has 34 pages and the other has 26 pages.
Okay, get your symbol up. Which way is he going to eat? Show me with your hands. Nom, 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 nom. Okay, let's see if you're right.
Which book has more pages? We can use a place
Tens or
value chart
ones?
to help
Look
us.
at T-chart.
A place value chart shows us how many tens and ones a number has.
Yay!
Let's put the numbers 34 and 26 in a place value chart.
Mhm.
Just like when you read a book, you go left to right. First, compare the tens. The number 34 has 3 tens.
Mhm.
The number 26 has 2 tens.
Mhm.
3 tens is more than or greater than 2 tens.
Mhm.
Because tens are worth more than ones, we don't even need to compare the ones place. 34 is greater than 26.
Oh, you're right. Okay, let's stop. Oh, let's see if there was one more we can test. Aha, this guy right here. You guys ready? This is the last example.
To 110. And so we're going to have to move on over to the ones. 2 is less than 6.
So notice that the tens place
And
are
that means
exactly
that
the same.
12 is less
So we
than
have to go
16.
at the
So we
ones
need to
place to
use
see if
the
there's a
less than
difference.
symbol. And last but not
Alright,
least,
last one,
let's
last
check
one.
out what's in this bag. Awesome! 90 plastic balls. Oh, and in this bag, 90 rubber balls.
Uh-oh, what do we do? What do we do? Oh, Brooklyn, yes, very good. Use your equal sign, same on both sides, same on both sides, same on both sides. Beautiful, let's see if we were right. Equal.
So if we're going to compare
Everybody
them,
knows
which
the
symbol should we
equal
use?
sign, right? Go ahead and put it in. Quick, 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 quick. Ooh, look at all these answers. Jackson, what you doing, buddy? Jackson. Jackson. What you doing? Did you choose your answer? If you chose the equal sign, you got it right. Both numbers are exactly the same. Let's move on to the last few slides. So let's go on to this guy right here. Place the correct symbol to compare the numbers. Guys, you're just going to drag your little gator mouth in or equal sign, or write it in. You can use your hundreds chart if you need to compare. Using your hundreds chart, you could find in the numbers, or you could use your slice the sandwich T-charts to compare your tens and ones. Oh boy, so you have 4 examples here: 68 versus 12, 42 versus 87, 25 versus 25, and 109 versus 2. So see if you can figure out what the universal symbol would be if you were trying to tell somebody in another part of the world which number is greater, which is less, and which one is equal. Let's see how we're doing. Adeline, fabuloso. Jaden, Brock, awesome. Ooh, I love that last one. Let's check Joshua's. Hey, Josh, you're saying that 2 fish is greater than 109. Why is this gator turned his back to the big giant number? And look at 42 and 87. So he's eating the smaller number? Make sure that the mouth is getting ready to gobble. It's opening up toward the biggest, greatest number that you can find. Ooh, look at this one. Good work, Darth. And let's look at Johnny's. Ooh, I love it, Johnny. Yeah, he definitely wants to eat 109, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that, Jaden. Very good. Very, 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 very good. I don't know who.
It's Arna.
Who? Arna?
Arna.
Arna, what's up?
Where do I drag from?
You can also draw. You can draw them in if you can't find the little symbols, okay? Some people are actually drawing, but we're gonna move on because you're awesome. And you can practice this at home later. You can find the correct one. Let's go on to another example. This time, it is up to you to choose a number. Uh-oh. Let's look at the top one. The very first problem says 63 is less. See, it's turned its back away. Then a number. Well, you have to find a number that's greater, because obviously the gator wants a greater number. Look at it. He's turned toward the blank, and you have to pick a number to put it in the blank that the gator would want to eat? Would you want a smaller number or a greater number? Lesser? Greater. So this time, and this, you guys get to choose the numbers. I like this. The symbols are already there. You just have to choose numbers. There's a hundreds chart to help you. The first one says, find a number that's greater. The second one says, find a number that's less. See, the gator's turned away from it. So the second box should be less, don't you think? And I wonder what you would put in the last box. 63 is equal to what? All right, let's check our work. Oh my goodness, look at Jaden. Yes, Jaden, I love your answers. Totally right. The gator, you chose a number, 102. He definitely is greater than 63. So you can see that the gator is going to try to eat the larger number. And look at your second one. Yes, 63 is totally greater than 1. I like that. And look, 63 is equal to 63. Wonderful. Benito, what you doing on there? Let's check this one. Oh, I love it. Awesome, Joshua. I like your examples, guys. Woohoo. I love that last one. I really do. 63 is equal to, you already know it. Wonderful. Practice at home. This one later. Let's look at Arna's. Ooh, wow, Arna. It's a big number. I like that. Very good. Let's look at Yalini's. Fabulous. Oh, you guys are really good at comparing numbers. Let's check this one. Can you make up your own? Can you write anything you want? Yes. Can you compare two numbers? Absolutely. Can I pick any numbers? Yes. Can I use any symbol? Only if it makes sense. If you say 63 is greater than 63, it doesn't make sense. So make sure that your symbol is always going to make sense when you read the equation. When you read the comparison. Always make sure it makes sense. All right, let's see how we're doing. You got to pick your own, do whatever numbers you wanted. Ooh, look at Vashvik. Wow, Vashvik, I love it. 1 is totally less than 100. Nice example. Yalini, fabulous. I like that. Joshua's got an equal. Woo, 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 woo. Good work. 10 is the same and equal to 10. Very good. How about Siddharth's? What? Wow, Siddharth is rich. 120 is less than 1,513. Very good. Man, oh man. Oh, look at Brooklyn. Brooklyn's got, she's working on it. Equal sign. Awesome. Okay, let's look at this one. We did already. Oh, he's putting teeth in. Benito. Yes, 100 is totally greater than 1. I like how your gator has turned away from the smaller number. He's like, too tiny. Wonderful job. Christina, how would you read this to me? Would you like to show us how you would read this to me? Where'd she go? Christina? Brooklyn, do you want to try it? It's okay, Christina. We'll get you next time.
100 is bigger than 0.
Great, but use my vocabulary word. Instead of saying bigger, which is just kind of like fatter or chubbier, use our word greater. Go ahead, try it again.
100 is greater than 0.
Beautiful. Snaps for you. Awesome. Thank you, love. All right, guys, good work. Practice on your own. Last. Well, I'm going to skip this one. Yeah, this is a collaboration board. Here it is. You are the teachers. You are teaching me. What do I need to know about comparing numbers? Please tell me what is important to know. How would I know if I've got this? What do I need to be able to do? Somebody tell me. How can I get a good grade, what do I need to be able to do? Ooh, here comes some answers. Yay! Adeline, I'm not sure what that means.
After April comes May.
Oh, almost comparing. Very good. I like that. Jane is showing me symbols. Who's unmuted? I can hear everything. They're holding on this conversation. Larissa, I can hear everything. What's up?
What's the code again? Because I tried to
It's
write
up
it
at the
down.
upper top, I'm sorry, the top left of my screen. And it's also in the chat. Okay? All right, Brooklyn. Oh, you do need to know your numbers. That's true. Anybody have our symbols? Would that be something we need to know? Yes, Christina showing the symbols. Ooh, T-chart. Benito, I love it. Yes, we need to know the word comparing and what that means. Brooklyn, we need to know our numbers. Adeline, look at the tens place. Yes. Awesome. Let's see who else. What do I need to know? What do I need to know, Almo? I don't know. Yes? Hi, Arna. What's up?
What's the spelling symbol?
I'm sorry, say it again.
What's the spelling symbol?
What are the symbols?
No. What is the spelling of symbols?
Oh, the spelling. Can I show you? I'll show you. S-Y-M-B-O-L. Oh, I don't know why it's capital, but I just put it in. Here it is, symbol. Okay, let's see who else has some answers. Oh, look at Yeleni with the place value. Yay. Oh, wow, Siddharth, you can go all the way up to the billions. That's excellent. All right, guys, you are all done. I'll meet you in your small groups soon. Have fun practicing, comparing numbers using place value. Soon we will be adding and subtracting. Bye.
Bye, Miss Cruz.
Any questions? Oh, okay. Bye, Party Cans. Ooh, look at this answer. Thank you, Johnny.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Jackson.
Bye.
Bye, Christina. Bye,
Bye, bye.
Jaden. Bye, Joshua. Bye, Brooklyn. Bye, Ava Marie. Bye, Cedar. See you.